Hey, and welcome. Today we're going to dive into a pretty simple solution for some really common problems, window tinting. And you're about to see it's about way more than just looking cool. It's a serious upgrade for your car, your home, and even your office.
So let me just start by asking you this. Do you ever feel like you're fighting a losing battle with the sun? I mean, natural light is great, right? But does it ever feel like it's actually doing more harm than good to your most valuable spaces? You know exactly what I'm talking about. It's that crazy heat that turns your car into an oven. It's those invisible but damaging UV rays. It's that blinding glare when you're just trying to drive, or the way your dashboard or your sofa starts to look faded over time. And yeah, sometimes it's just that feeling of being a little too on display. These are all the little frustrations that unfiltered sunlight causes every single day.
And you know what? All those little things, they really add up. And that brings us to the sun's hidden costs, the stuff you might not notice happening until the damage is already done. Because what's beaming through your windows isn't just light. It's actually a mix of solar energy, which brings that intense heat, and ultraviolet radiation, which is silently damaging your stuff and can even impact your health over the long haul.
So, what in the world can you do about it? Well, that's where modern window film comes into the picture. Think of it as your own personal protective shield against all those hidden costs.
Okay, so the first and maybe the most important job of window tint is this. It is specifically designed to block 99% of harmful UV rays. That is a total game changer for both your health and for preserving your things. Honestly, the best way to think about it is like sunscreen, but for your property. It creates this powerful barrier that helps protect your skin from all that UV exposure. But it's also sunscreen for your belongings. It's what saves your car's dashboard, your leather seats, and your home furniture from all that cracking and fading that the sun causes over time.
Now, beyond just UV protection, tinting directly takes on that intense heat we talked about. It's all about creating a space that's just cooler and way more comfortable.
So how does it actually do that? Well, high-quality film is engineered to reflect a huge chunk of that solar energy before it gets a chance to heat up your space. And the result? A car or a home that stays noticeably cooler, especially during those brutal summer months. And that means you don't have to crank the AC on full blast, which leads directly to saving energy and, yep, saving money on your bills. But wait, there's more. The benefits don't actually stop with just UV and heat. Window tinting has other everyday advantages that go way beyond just providing a little bit of shade. One of the first things you will absolutely notice is a huge reduction in glare. And this is a really big deal for both your safety and just your general comfort. Think about what this means in the real world. When you minimize that harsh glare while you're driving, your trip is instantly safer and way less stressful. And at home or at the office, it means you can actually see your computer screen or your TV without having to squint or shut the blinds all the time. It just makes for a much more comfortable space. All right, next up is a benefit that is all about one thing: peace of mind. Window tinting is a super effective way to really enhance your privacy. I mean, it's pretty simple, right? By making the windows darker, tinting makes it much harder for anyone to just casually see inside your car or home. This simple barrier helps keep your personal stuff out of sight, and that alone can be a powerful deterrent against potential thefts. Okay, so the benefits are pretty clear, but how do you pick the right one? Let's get into the specifics of actually choosing your film. And this part is really key. Not all window films are the same, not by a long shot. The technology has come a long way, so it's really important to know what your options are.
Let's just break this down real quick. On one end, you've got your Pro Classic. It's a standard film, offers basic protection, a solid entry point. Then, in the middle, you have C2 nanocarbon, which uses these advanced nanoparticles for way better heat rejection and durability. But at the very top, you've got Apex Super Ceramic. This stuff uses high-quality ceramic particles to block the maximum amount of UV, heat, and infrared rays. And a huge plus, it doesn't mess with electronic signals like your GPS or cell phone. It's super durable and usually comes with a lifetime warranty. So the right choice really just depends on what you need and what your budget looks like.
Now, once you've picked out the perfect film, the next step is just as critical. We need to talk about why getting it professionally installed really, really matters. Look, the best film in the world is not going to do you any good if it's installed badly. So here's a simple checklist you can use. First, check out their expertise and experience. Second, ask them about the quality of the materials they're using. Third, and this is super important, make sure they know and follow the local laws on how dark your tint can be. And finally, always check recent customer reviews. And really, it all comes down to this. A proper installation is what guarantees you get the performance and the long life you're paying for. A pro job helps you avoid all that bubbling, peeling, and other junk that can completely ruin the whole investment.
So, we've gone over the hidden costs of the sun and all the different ways that window tinting can be your protective shield, which kind of leaves us with one last thought. Your car, your home, your office. These spaces are valuable. Isn't it about time you gave them the protection they deserve?